7 months have passed. We witnessed 9 rounds of talks and several exchanges, but China is yet to commit to a complete withdrawal. In the last 1 year, we witnessed the India-China relationship hitting its lowest point. Our next story recaps the India-China story since the Galwan clashes.
15 June 2020. Without a single bullet or a bomb, there was a bloodbath on the border. An unprovoked attack by the Chinese side led to the death of 20 Indian soldiers and many more Chinese soldiers who still remain unacknowledged.
लद्दाख में हमारे 20 जाबाज शहीद हुए, लेकिन जिन्होंने भारत माता की तरफ आंख उठाकर देखा था, उन्हें वो सबक सिखा कर गए.
What happened in Galwan was the deadliest border clash between India and China since 1975. This led to a massive troop build-up. In the following weeks, India and China put tens of thousands of troops with heavy weaponry along the 3,500-kilometer-long disputed border. Reports say India has deployed nearly 50,000 soldiers. They remain in a high state of combat readiness even today. With India matching the Chinese build-up toe-to-toe, Beijing has been forced to come to the negotiating table because of this. In August, India captured strategic outposts in a nighttime operation. Stationed on key heights, Indian soldiers now had a clear view of troop movements in the disputed territory. China did try to close in on the Indian positions. Even warning shots were fired on the border, but the Indian side has managed to keep the Chinese at bay. The standoff has spilled to other fronts beyond the border. India has curbed Chinese investments and banned more than 250 Chinese apps. With ties hitting an all-time low, India's External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar met with his Chinese counterpart Wang Yi. The meeting happened on the sidelines of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit, or SCO, on the 10th of September 2020. The two leaders managed to reach a 5-point consensus to ease tensions. But even after 9 rounds of military talks, the standoff hasn't ended. Even after repeated promises, China hasn't moved back its frontline troops. In several areas, soldiers from both sides remain just a few hundred meters apart from each other. Meanwhile, the Chinese press aggressively pushed war rhetoric. Like this video that showed the Chinese military ramping up its troop deployments. The provocations from the Chinese side continued into the new year. The latest one is this. Satellites have spotted a village along the border in Arunachal Pradesh. China has allegedly built more than 100 homes in this area that has been under Chinese occupation for decades. Meanwhile, India continues to ramp up border infrastructure and connect remote villages by roads. Indian soldiers are enduring a harsh winter to keep the border safe. Heavy military deployment has ensured a stalemate, forcing Beijing to come to the negotiating table. The two armies remain locked in their positions on the front, while officials continue to look for a diplomatic solution. Bureau Report, WION World is One.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.